If you are looking for a triglyceride diet and you want to know how to lower your triglyceride levels, you are at the right place. In this short presentation, I will show you how easy it is to lower your triglycerides and melt away all unwanted body fat, reducing your risk of heart disease, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Triglyceride elevation is one of the easiest problems to correct with a proper, nutritious diet. Triglycerides are a type of fat found in your blood. When you have too many triglycerides, your body stores them in your fat cells and causes you to gain weight. If your diet consists of processed sugar, your triglyceride and cholesterol levels may rise to very dangerous levels. Foods like candy, sugar, sodas, crackers, cookies, and pasta are only some of the foods you should avoid at all costs. What it boils down to is this: you need to follow a healthy eating plan and lose weight to manage your triglyceride levels properly. Ideally, your levels should be 125 milligrams per deciliter or lower. Keep watching for a list of fat-burning foods that you'll want to eat, as well as the foods you should avoid like the plague to get the results you want. Pay attention. If you want to lose 5, 15, 30, 50, or even 100 pounds, then this powerful weight loss strategy will help you lose unwanted pounds. Imagine yourself with a body you have always wanted. I'm about to tell you how that body can be yours. Finally, fitting into the clothes you want to wear, feeling attractive again, getting back your confidence, making your friends and family proud of you, getting back that zest for life. But I have to warn you, this is not a magic weight loss pill, unrealistic and crazy gym routine, weight loss fad or gimmick. This powerful strategy I'm going to share with you will change your life. My name is Vivian. I'm a nutritionist, author, wife, and mother of 2. I've been able to help so many people achieve their weight loss goals very quickly. And you know what? I've also been in the frontline trenches agonizing over losing weight. Yo-yo diets only aggravated my frustration as I gained all the weight back plus extra pounds to boot. Each time I would feel the self-loathing deepen. But finally, this powerful strategy changed my life. From there on out, I was able to effortlessly maintain my weight without hunger and still enjoyed the foods I absolutely love. I was ecstatic. Nothing prevents you from doing the same and get back your lust for life. It all started when I was working with one of my most skeptic clients, Leslie. Leslie came into my office. She was miserable, felt humiliated like a complete and utter failure. Leslie had tried everything: liquid diets, cleansers, magic pills, injections, deprivation, and yes, even starvation. She opened up and explained that she really felt silly about it now, but she would sometimes even repeat the same ineffective diets, hoping for a miracle. Leslie was 55 pounds overweight and had been on more diets than she cared to count, from liquid diets to really restrictive diets and calorie counting programs. The problem with all of these diets was that they left her ravenous and she would constantly cheat because she was always hungry. Sound familiar? As she dropped out of these programs one after the other, her self-esteem took a nosedive. Not only was she wasting her time, but some of the programs were exorbitantly expensive, bleeding her dry without a glimmer of hope in sight. She struggled to feel comfortable in her own body, hated the way clothes fit, realizing that after another failed diet she had to buy bigger clothes. Her health was deteriorating, she felt tired and had no energy to play with her son. But the previous day she reached her breaking point. She was browsing the internet and came across a news story in the Daily Mail which horrified her. The headline read, "Women spend a staggering 17 years of their lives trying to lose weight." And she simply refused to spend another 11 years struggling. This had to end. I looked at her, smiled and said, "This will be your last stop, Leslie, because you haven't tried my Uber diet yet." I told her that I have a program which I have shared with thousands of clients who had great weight loss success and kept the weight off for good. She was interested. Naturally, I asked her what she would eat on a typical day. There were 5 foods she mentioned, which I knew caused havoc and contributed to her inability to lose weight and burn fat. She explained that she used artificial sweetener because she thought it would cut down her sugar intake. She would drink a lot of fruit juices because she believed it was a healthy option. Every morning she would have fat-free yogurt and use margarine on her whole wheat bread. Before I explained to Leslie why these foods were causing havoc to her system and adding unwanted body fat, I had to explain one fundamental aspect of the system so she could get the results she wanted. Fat loss is basically a matter of balancing your blood sugar and insulin. If you can achieve this, then you're going to lose weight faster than ever before. Insulin is a fat-storing hormone, so when it is released, your body stores fat, and this we definitely do not want. Whenever Leslie eats certain types of food like sugar and processed foods, her blood sugar levels will rise rapidly. To counter the high blood sugar level, her body releases insulin and her body will start storing fat. All the processed foods and sugars get converted to blood sugar, and your blood sugar levels rise rapidly. As a result, your insulin level will also rise to prevent this jump in blood sugar. You see, the largest portion of your newly created blood sugar won't get burned. Instead, much of it will be turned into fat and stored. Now, your blood sugar levels fall again, you get hungry and you eat again, and the same happens over and over again. On the other hand, if you do not eat enough, your blood sugar levels drop and your body will go into starvation. Therefore, your body will cling onto your fat reserves for survival and you simply cannot lose weight. However, if you eat the right types of food which won't elevate your blood sugar and insulin, this is what will happen. You will remain in the fat-burning zone. We want Leslie to keep her blood sugar levels in a continuous fat-burning zone for ultimate weight loss. Now, Leslie understood that by eating the right fat-burning foods in the right quantities, she would keep her blood sugar levels balanced perfectly and experience amazing results. Now, back to the foods that are supposedly healthy for weight loss, but do just the opposite. Artificial sweetener. The first clue, it's artificial, created in a factory. Your body is an extremely intricate biological machine and cannot function optimally on these chemicals. Cleverly disguised as healthy choices so you can lose weight, these sweeteners are 200 times sweeter than sugar and only contain 4 calories per gram, and because so little is used, it is practically negligible. To the unsuspecting consumer, this sounds like a great choice to lose weight. But 2 amino acids in these sweeteners will stimulate the rapid release of insulin and will result in fat storage. Fruit juice. The main problem is this. Fruit juice contains no fiber and is very high in sugar, especially fructose. We know sugar is bad for you. Let's compare a can of cola with the same amount of apple juice. Practically the same, right? Remember the fructose I mentioned? Well, your liver converts the fructose to triglycerides, which will be stored as fat and damaging byproducts. Let me ask you this. How long does fruit last before it goes bad? Certainly not a few months like unopened fruit juice. To prolong the shelf life of these juices, they add chemicals, colorants, and preservatives, which we know are bad for you. Yogurt. Most people buy fat-free yogurt. Why? Because you won't gain weight if you eat fat-free. The full cream version will pack on the pounds. Yeah, that's what we all thought, but it's not true. Basically, fat-free boils down to this. They took out the fat and stuffed in more sugar. The cold hard fact is that there might not be fat in the product, but the sugar content is high. Let's be honest here. If you remove fat from food, it just tastes horrendous. Sugar is a carbohydrate and not a fat. Thus, food manufacturers add sugar to make it taste better. So we eat all the fat-free foods, hoping this will help us lose weight, but the higher sugar content is the culprit making us gain weight. This fat-free frenzy is a huge scam. Margarine. What food do you think of being full fat? For me, it's butter, rich, creamy butter. Unfortunately, butter is a big no-no on almost every diet. So what is a person to use as a substitute for butter? You guessed it, margarine. But margarine is high in trans fat, and trans fat increases blood insulin levels, which again leads to fat storage. Trans fat equals big belly. Fat does not increase your insulin levels, so it will not cause fat storage. In fact, we need good fat to burn fat. Also, margarine is loaded with chemicals, emulsifiers, bleach, and artificial colorants. Whole wheat bread. Buckle up, because what I'm going to tell you now will knock your socks off, especially if you want to lose weight. Most people will be quick to remark, hey, people in the Bible ate wheat. Yes, they did, but not the same wheat. And trust me, back then, they did not have a long list of problems including obesity, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, dementia, depression, all inflicted by bad diet choices. The wheat we eat today, which is mass-produced all over the world, is a scientifically engineered food developed in the last 50 years. Why? They wanted a much bigger yield, and they wanted wheat that is heat, drought, and disease resistant. This new wheat is called dwarf wheat. Dwarf wheat contains much higher amounts of starch and gluten. The truth is that even if you are not officially gluten intolerant or gluten sensitive, there are hundreds of studies that indicate that gluten can cause inflammation in your digestive system. If your body has inflammation, you simply cannot lose weight. The reason gluten is causing these digestive system problems is due to the excessive hybridization of wheat over the last 50 years, which has created newly modified gluten molecules that are foreign to the human digestive system compared to the wheat that your grandparents ate 50 years ago. I told Leslie she could easily lose weight if she followed my plan that would guide her through the correct and healthy foods to eat. In a moment, I will reveal healthy and delicious foods you can eat every day and see the pounds melt away. I told Leslie that she could easily lose 55 pounds if she implemented my easy-to-follow meal plans based on solid scientific research of the latest clinical trials, papers, and scientific commentary published on the science of weight loss. You see, most diets you have been on in the past are so restrictive that you simply cannot sustain the diet for very long. Sooner rather than later, you cheat. Because the food choices are limited, you have to prepare 6 meals a day, but you don't have the luxury of time. The food tastes like cardboard, the hunger pains are unbearable, you are irritated, frustrated, and eventually you just give up. Leslie was eager to try this new plan, so I further explained 3 crucially important principles that would ultimately lead her to success. Number 1. Maximum fat loss in the shortest time possible. You need the right information to keep your body in the fat-burning zone for ultimate results. You need to balance your blood sugar levels and insulin all day long. Then you will experience maximum fat loss. Get to know all the foods that will hamper your weight loss efforts, what foods to eat to fuel your fat burning. The second principle, we are all unique. A one-fits-all approach does not work. Everyone is different. That is why you get and need your unique meal plan. Number 3. No hunger or deprivation. It is of vital importance that you enjoy your new lifestyle, eating delicious foods, eating at restaurants, going to parties. There should be no obstacle in your journey to weight loss. Does this make sense to you? After I explained this to Leslie, it all made sense, and she finally understood what the stumbling blocks were, standing in the way of her success. She was super excited. We scheduled further appointments to get her started with our program to finally lose all unwanted weight and improve her health. After only 2 weeks, Leslie had dropped 14 pounds. She was ecstatic. Co-workers asked, "What are you doing? You look fantastic." Family and friends complimented her. "Leslie, you look great." Leslie told me her only regret was that she hadn't started sooner. If you also want to burn fat just like Leslie and so many men and women on this scientifically backed system, then changing the way you fuel your body is the way to go, so you can turn on your fat burning switch permanently. Before I forget, here are 5 foods that will turn your body into a fat burning furnace. Avocado, eggs, butter, olive oil, and coconut oil. But you're probably wondering, how fast will I be seeing results? Well, Legally, I'm not allowed to guarantee your results. In fact, the truth is that the only person who can guarantee your success is you. But I know that if you follow my simple system every day for the next 2 weeks, you should start seeing significant results. Everyone is unique though, but it's not uncommon for members to lose anything from 5 to 12 pounds in the first 2 weeks alone, and the weight just keeps falling off from there. But I want to ask you a question. Just pause for a second and clear your mind of all distractions. Take a deep breath. Ready? What will it feel like to finally lose all your unwanted weight and keep it off for good? I want you to imagine what it's going to feel like looking in the mirror and admiring the attractive body of the person staring back at you. Imagine waking up feeling revitalized, raring to go. Imagine what it's going to feel like being sensual and sexy again, maybe even rekindling a racy love life. Imagine being able to go on fun shopping sprees, buying new clothes that fit perfectly. Imagine taking back your pride and self-esteem, even turning heads when you walk by. Imagine being a great role model for your family on how to make healthy food choices. Imagine gaining the respect of your partner, loved ones, and colleagues. Imagine being active and happy, enjoying time with your family and friends through fun activities, which up until now have just seemed impossible. Imagine what it will feel like eliminating back, joint, and other pain from your body because you won't be carrying all that weight around anymore. Imagine having no more hunger pains ever. Imagine no more feelings of guilt or anger after food binges because you'll be in total control. Imagine what it will feel like not lying in your bed worrying about your health. I want you to envision these things because this is exactly what I longed for when I was totally depressed and almost gave up hope. I want to tell you that not only are they all possible, they are now set firmly within your grasp. Leslie was scared that she couldn't lose weight because of bad genetics, a thyroid problem, and slow metabolism, but I assured her none of the problems would hold her back on my program. All she needed was the correct information, meal plans, recipes, my support, and spectacular results. After 14 days, Leslie came back for another session. Leslie had lost 12 pounds. Leslie felt lighter, her skin cleared up, her health markers improved, she eliminated inflammation, she had no hunger pains, and she was satisfied with the foods she ate. With my program, she lost inches all over her body and was transformed from super skeptic to uber believer. So where's Leslie today? She did lose all the unwanted weight, and here she is, a whopping 55 pounds lighter and still going strong. Most importantly, I hope Leslie's story has given you hope that you too can lose your unwanted weight once and for all. Even Leslie's mother has joined the program and experienced staggering results. Now let me tell you exactly what my Uber diet is so you know exactly what you're going to experience. This is not an instant fad diet. It is easy to follow, not restrictive, which usually leads to gnawing hunger pains and irritation. You'll experience no cravings, you don't have to buy pre-packaged foods or use any expensive shakes. You will eat delicious and nutritious food which will fuel your body and incinerate fat. My Uber diet will be your last stop. You can forget about the previous diets which have failed and disappointed you. With my Uber diet, you will experience permanent weight loss from your stomach, waist, butt, hips, and arms, and get the body you have always yearned for and deserve. This is what my Uber diet includes. The Fast Start Guide. You'll hit the road running with this brief and drop-dead simple Fast Start Guide explaining the core concepts of my Uber diet. Your body will no longer be driven by short spikes for energy, because my Uber diet will have your body incinerating fat reserves as your primary source of energy. That means no more insulin spikes that store fat. The complete my Uber diet manual. Look, anyone can lose some weight by following just about any old weight loss tips, but to attain the body you're longing for by losing weight rapidly and keeping it off for good, you need the scientifically proven insider secrets you will not discover casually on your own. The advanced, mega powerful strategies do not appear to you magically because you're now in the position where you need help to lose weight. You need a guide, and that's what I'm here for, to take you by the hand and lead you through the hell of bad weight loss information and food corporation lies, past the smoking wreckage of fad diets and doomed to fail strategies, and directly to the sort of real-world weight loss results and heavenly happiness that will bring you to tears. And I want to take you there with the complete My Uber Diet manual. It's a relatively short trip when you know the secrets. Sound good? You will also discover the most critical yet underrated activity you desperately need more of to massively accelerate your weight loss. This is so drop-dead easy to implement, but so many people totally miss the boat here. Hint, it has nothing to do with exercise. I'll show you all the additional foods which are killing your weight loss efforts and must be avoided at all costs. I reveal which drugs are wrecking your best efforts to lose weight. If you're on any type of medication, this chapter is vitally important. Have a look and see if your medication is listed and whether it is sabotaging your weight loss efforts. This will be your last stop. Now you too can get the body you have desperately trying to get. Now you have seen Leslie and my clients having great success with this program. Okay, let's get moving. The meal plan calculator. Your meal plans are scientifically customized to you. After all, you are unique. A one-fits-all approach does not work. This will take all of 3 minutes where you enter your information and I'll give you your unique ratio to use for the meal plans. The meal plans form the cornerstone of the program, which will undoubtedly deal a death blow to your weight loss woes. It contains My Uber Diet's ultimate 21-day meal plan guide and recipes. The ultimate meal plan guide will be an indispensable tool in your arsenal and is the blueprint to your ultimate success, one bite at a time. It has been meticulously compiled to adhere to new, breakthrough revelations of the latest clinical trials, papers, and scientific commentary published on the subject of weight loss by recognized authorities. This is where the rubber meets the road, and it eliminates any heavy lifting on your part. You don't even have to understand the science to apply the magic. Downloading and following the simple meal plans which are already created for you are as easy as falling off a log. Moreover, your meal plans are specifically customized to you and take into account your age, gender, height, current weight, and activity level, because after all, you are unique. These meal plans are critically important to your success because not only will they help you to start eating food in the proper combinations, but also more importantly in the correct ratios. I'm also throwing in my best battle-tested food recipes. These recipes are renowned to turn even a casual meal into a gastronomic feast. Not only are these meals delicious and make you feel satisfied, they have also been designed in strict accordance with My Uber Diet guidelines to obliterate fat from your body as fast as humanly possible and keep you free from gnawing hunger pains. My Uber motivation. This is where we start by stacking the deck in your favor and setting you up for success. This is the motivation section where we'll define your weight loss goals, identify obstacles holding your success hostage, and formulate a clear-cut strategy to obliterate them. We'll also clearly outline your motivations for wanting to lose weight, and I'll reveal to you how you can hold yourself accountable so you won't fail. Preparing yourself mentally is devastatingly effective and absolutely critical to your success, yet nobody else does this. So, just to recap, here's what you're getting. Fast Start Guide to get you started as soon as possible with easy-to-follow videos, the complete My Uber Diet manual, the meal plan calculator, your Uber motivation. You also get free lifetime upgrades of the My Uber Diet program, which means you'll always have access to the latest recipes, meal plans, and scientific breakthroughs. Additionally, you'll receive my 21-day meal plan guide and recipes which are tailor-made for you. Working with clients including Leslie typically costs $150 per session. Because we have to explain how your body burns fat, give the customized meal plans, do motivation sessions, and show clients other important tricks to keep the weight off permanently. The total for all-inclusive sessions and achieving success cost Leslie $790. What I did is I systemized everything into an easy-to-follow plan, exactly what I do with my clients, no holding back. Then I could help so many people experience weight loss and being healthy. You're not going to pay anything near $790, not even $395. No, not even $179. Your total investment to own the entire My Uber Diet program is just a one-time, hugely discounted payment of $97. Now I'm sure you'll agree this offer is an unbelievable value and you're probably ready to get started. However, before you do, as another special thank you for watching this limited time presentation, today you're not even going to pay the massively discounted price of $97. Through today's special video presentation only, you're going to get immediate access to everything for a one-time, single, secure payment of only $47. Listen, think about it. This is the same amount you'll pay for a night out or for a pair of Spanx or shapewear, which you're not going to need anymore. This program is going to save you a ton of time, money, and frustration. Think about it. But fair warning, if you don't take action right now, chances are you'll be right back at square one and at the mercy of the same weight loss gurus and professionals who couldn't even help you in the first place. Once this window closes, so does your opportunity to join at this discounted rate and receive all these bonuses. Again, the first step to becoming a member can be found just below this video, and My Uber Diet is waiting for you just on the other side. All you need to do is click the Get Started Now button below this video and you're in. And here's the best part. If for any reason at all you aren't thrilled with the My Uber Diet program within the first 60 days, you'll receive a no questions asked full refund. If you do not enjoy the journey or you're not thrilled with the program, just send us an email or call us for a 100% money back guarantee. That's right, you won't have to pay a dime. You won't even have to send anything back. You can keep the whole program plus the bonuses as a thank you for trying the program. And we'll part as friends. Sound like a square deal to you? Sounds like a square deal to me. I'm taking all the risk because I believe I can help you radically change your life for the better. And maybe, just maybe, this will be a sufficient bribe so you'll help me out and send me your success story in a couple of weeks. Don't you wish everything came with this type of guarantee? But because I've spent an enormous amount of time, money, and effort to create this program, I need to insert a disclaimer here to weed out the weak. You should know that this program is not for everyone. If you are someone who won't take action, this program is not for you. I only want serious people who want to profoundly transform their bodies and health to a blissful state which most people can only dream of. No tire kickers allowed. Period. We're a close-knit community of friends who support and root for each other. Just remember, all you have to do is follow my step-by-step guides and put the program to work for you in order to experience staggering weight loss results virtually automatically, so you have nothing to lose. Click on the Get Started Now button below right now to join My Uber Diet for only $47. That's over 50% off the normal rate. This is your chance to become an insider for a change, to know exactly what you need to do instead of having to spend all your precious time on doomed-to-fail strategies and embarrassing weight loss experiments. But if you are who I think you are, someone who is dead serious about gaining control of their life and losing all the unwanted weight once and for all, then I need you. I want you as part of this program. Please join me, and one by one we'll form an unstoppable force. Come on, you know this is for you. Select the Get Started Now button below right now to join the My Uber Diet program. Remember, you won't find this offer anywhere else on myuberdiet.com. But once this window closes, so does your opportunity. Okay, this is your last chance. Select the Get Started Now button below right now to join My Uber Diet and receive instant access to your members area and all the other member benefits you have coming to you. Do it now, and I'll see you on the other side.